Hello, I'm GameChef777, and today I'm going to be playing Screwdrivers, which is a free game on Steam. That it's fairly graphics intensive, but it's not too hard for a computer to run. Now I've already gone through part of the game, so I'm going to show you some of the vehicles that I made. And I kind of like this game because it's kind of like a mix between Lego Technic and the new Switch 2 game Mario Kart World. So the first car that I have is the best car that I have so far. It's got three sets of wheels. It's got 88.8 kilometers per hour of max speed. It's got high horsepower, high acceleration, and high grip, along with 450 kilograms of mass, 0.35 tip over, which just means it has a low chance of tipping over, and then 0 aerodynamics. So it's not aerodynamic at all. So then this is a version of that car that I can modify at any time to fulfill some things that I need to. So in the tech tree, sorry, I'm bad at speaking. In the tech tree, which shows all of the things that you can get and that you have in order to build cars. And when it's green, it means you don't have it or you haven't unlocked it, but you have what you need to fulfill it. And currently, all this one needs is big rubber tire parts, and 4 of them. And then I can get the racing wheel small. But I also have to gain bronze in Combustion King or Rapid Rally, which are 2 different levels, or races. So that's the one I can modify to be able to fulfill the needs to gain more items to use. This car, one of my favorites. So I made it before I had the gear shift, which lets you change where gears are. So if I go to test bench, so right now I have it set to rear wheel drive. So the motor that's in the front has no connection to the middle 2 wheels. But then when I press the Q button, it will connect the 2, and now those middle gears are spinning, or they're being moved or rotated. So now that'll actually contribute to the car's movement. And for some reason, the gears don't look like they're rotating, but they do contribute to the speed of the car. So yeah, that's kind of the creation that I've made that I'm most proud of. And this one is kind of a failed experiment, but it's more of a proof of concept. I say it's a failed experiment because it explodes a lot. If I go to Tree Mountain, I'll just go there. So as you can see it explodes instantly. Don't launch me into it. Launched me into the ocean. Okay, back to garage. So yeah, it explodes you, and so it's very shaky and not stable. But I made this as a car, or a proof of concept for a car, that can change its size while you are driving. So by pressing the K and the I keys, you can actually change the length of the car. Ow. Come on. Land, please. I'm going into the ocean again. And then by pressing the J key, you can change the width of the car. Oh, whoa, that's not normal. So it's very janky. There's no way to sugarcoat that it is just exploding all the time. But if I press the J key, I can widen the car. Ow. But the problem with it is when I built the part at the back, the one that can extend lengthwise, I forgot to make it separatable, which means it cannot separate in two. So if I try to widen my car, it explodes. Or at least it rotates, and then when I close it, it usually explodes. Or not. It's not exploding. But usually it... Oh, there we go. There it is. But it's kind of like a proof of concept of a car that can extend both lengthwise and widthwise. So now I can show you the actual gameplay. So I've beaten 4 of the different bosses. And this is kind of how the game goes on. So I've beaten this level. Now I can go on to the Prince of Gears, which is kind of like the tutorial boss. And these are all called Monarch challenges because you are a king and you're trying to defeat all the other kings in a race. Sometimes queen, like Queen of Quickening. So you beat the Monarch, then you beat these 3. Then you can go into Combustion King. Combustion King is a very, very annoying race. Me and my dad were both stuck on it. Now only he is stuck on it. But so the problem with it is you're going up a mountain, which 1, it slows you down when you go uphill, and 2, there are also a bunch of turns on it. So you have to have very grippy wheels, which are hard to get early on in the game. So you have to get really grippy wheels, and you have to be able to, because you need grippy wheels to turn proper, like sharp turns. And you also need to have a car that has a lot of horsepower so it can go up hills. And that other car you're seeing is my personal best. And as you can see in the top, I am currently beating my personal best by 2.5 minutes, or seconds. And I'm beating the Monarch by almost 4 seconds. So that means, yeah, so over 4 seconds now. So that means that if I wanted to beat exactly get exactly the time of the Monarch, I have to go 5 seconds and 640 or 5.640 seconds longer. I have to take that longer, or that much longer, in order to get exactly the Monarch's time. And if it's red and it has a plus sign, that means I'd have to go that much faster in order to beat it. So I'm not going to do the entire race, but there are 2 laps, and this is the start of the first one. So you have to do that twice, and it was just way too hard until I was able to build that last car. That was like the Ghost. It was so hard to finally get the proper car, or the right car. But now I've got this car, which is kind of crazy how I made it. It's got 3 electric motors and 2 gas motors on the front. So I can go into edit to show you. And this is how you actually build the cars. So I can go into like connectors and grab a pin, and I can just come over here, attach it there, and now I can attach another beam, which then I can attach more and more things to it in order to build all this. So as you can see, I have 2 pretty powerful electric motors on the back wheels, or sorry, the middle wheels, and then I've got 2 combustion engines and 3 electric engines. Sorry, those are engines, not motors. So those are all powering these wheels, which also turn, which allows them to have, which allows it to take sharp turns. And it's also pretty weighted up here, which means it's very grippy up here. And these back wheels are just kind of like lazy wheels. They don't do anything. They're mainly to keep this back part from hitting the ground. Because if it hits the ground, it'll break apart and nothing will be secured. And it'll just fall to pieces. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have about this game. I also have these two cars, the adjustable ones, on the Steam Workshop for this game. If you just search up adjustable, then they'll both be there on the top. So, yeah. Goodbye. Have a nice day.